Hello, my name is Kaylee, but you can call me Callie, and I'm going to show you guys how I dehydrate my eggs. You can use it for backpacking, camping, household needs like baking, or just if you have extras and want to add it to your long-term storage. Anything. I do what you please with this video. I did want to state that I don't have a super big dehydrator. I have the Hamilton Beach dehydrator, which is on the lower end of dehydrators. Small but mighty, and I'm really for using my resources and not wanting to buy a whole new machine. Maybe when I move out and dehydrate more things, I might want a mightier machine, but as for right now, that is okay. I will be following my recipe. It's on Substack. I will link it down below if you wanted to not follow the video and see more of a step-by-step, but I will be following this. Okay, let's go. So these are actually donated eggs. I don't even know if that makes sense, but we can't use them in the schools anymore because obviously when it's expired, you can't, food safety, blah, 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 blah. But this is a whole dozen of eggs, and this is basically a dozen as well. And yeah, they expired a day ago, but we can't feed it to the kids, so I'm dehydrating them. Don't waste your eggs. What you're going to want to do is get the biggest pot that you have. This is mine. I mean, I could do it in a wok, but once again, I don't want to burn the eggs. That is something that I feel like is super important. What we need: fresh eggs, bowl and whisk, spatula and pan, dehydrator, blender, airtight jar, parchment paper. Crack the eggs into a bowl, whisk slowly. Gotta make sure there's no shells. You don't season this, and you don't put oil in the pan. Don't season this and don't put oil in the pan. Those are the two main rules. So I leave it to look just like this. Then pour it goes. Okay, so I know I was just talking about using what you have. I already have these, but I do really recommend them. Like, okay, you see how big these holes are? You stick something in that, it's gonna fall through, and it's a mess to clean. I bought these silicone liner thingies, and I literally just bloop. This doesn't mean that you don't wash this. This doesn't mean that you don't wash this, but like I made eggs, a week ago? Okay, maybe not a week ago. A couple days ago, and now I'm making eggs again, so I just didn't wash it because it's still eggs, if that makes sense. It does dye sometimes, like the color. Like I made tofu taco seasoning, whatever, and it dyed it, but it still washes off. It just makes the clean so much easier and makes transferring the product so much easier. So I highly recommend it. Got the nice omelet going. Oh yeah. No burning allowed, guys. Low and slow, low and slow. They have that like wet consistency. You don't want that. You want it to look a little more, probably even more dry than this. While the eggs are cooking for the last little bit, I think it's really important to mention, we're trying to be zero waste here. Your eggshells can be used for so many things. Compost. I know people dehydrate them and use them as calcium. Or eggshell powder. Oh my gosh, don't burn. Eggshell powder, you can use it for your dogs. Research what you can use these eggs for. I'm probably going to stick some of these in my plants, but I don't have a dog. Don't have dogs near me. And don't want to go through dehydrating them, so I'm being a little lazy and selfish. So if you can use them, use them. If you don't, compost them. See, now this is where it gets fun. You want to break them up into small pieces. You want to put them onto here in small pieces as well. I would go for a tray, I probably would not put any more than this on a tray. The Hamilton Beach comes with like 4 or 5 trays, so use all your trays if you want. Back to square one with my clean pan. It's just cleaner than it was before, honestly. Doing the steps all over again. No one says you can't cook on high, but if you're like me, where you may be a little forget about something on the stove, sits over there for 5 seconds and hears some sizzling, like right now, then don't cook on high. You don't want to burn them. I promise you, I've already lived that narrative. You don't want to burn these eggs. All right, it's time. I might have to use another tray. Remember, the smaller the better, the easier to dehydrate it. The smaller, the easier to dehydrate. So break them eggs up. Break them up. Break them up. So we have changed the area because I do dehydrate my everything in the basement. I would highly recommend doing it somewhere that has like a ventilation system because it will smell the whole area, if that kind of makes sense. If I'm feeling crazy, I'll put like a towel down and like have it in the bathroom overnight with the fan going because then it doesn't stink up the area and like, God forbid there's a fire or something. I don't know. I feel like that doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in my head. So yes, all you're gonna do is, oh, it's already on. You're gonna do the hours, which is 18. Then temperature, we're gonna go 140. No more than 140. Slow and slow. Low and slow. Say it with me. Low and slow. Okay? I feel like this thing never really stays on. And then see you in 18 hours. All right, guys, so it's just about 9 o'clock. It's the next day. This finished throughout the night. This is what these things are looking like. You can see that they're like no moisture and crumbles. Honestly, like you see how some of the smaller parts are crumbling easier, but the ones that are bigger are not. I might give this another hour or two while I'm at the gym. No harm, because of course I'm not dealing with this right now, but it's looking good. So yeah, I'm gonna give it another 2 hours. Honestly, I say to everyone, like, use your discretion. It feels okay. I really and truly could blend this piece right now. It doesn't feel oily, but I prefer mine a little more, you know, crackier. Like that guy. See how that guy could use an hour or two more? I don't know if it could use an hour or two more. This is like genuinely what I think. So we're just gonna put it for 3 because I don't know how long I'm gonna be out. Back to 140. Keep going. Guys, so we're back. You see how it just looks way crunchier than it did before? It's honestly preference, but whatever you desire. These are what all the trays look like. I'm actually like a stickler for the darker pieces, so I would literally just toss these before blending because I'm crazy. So I basically just shake down my thing here. Oh, I lost a couple pieces. Get it to the corner and put it, oh, losing more pieces. Put it straight into the blender. Oh, man down. It's looking good, looking good. Why are you zooming into the crumbs on the table? Okay, as you guys can see, this is why I use the liners. I literally shook out all the crumbs and it basically is clean. I'm still going to give this a wash, but this is just for retrospect. It going through there versus it staying on this like silicone liner thing. I'm not really sure where it is. I'll link it down below. Now we just blend. I do crush or pulse, but crush is fine. Okay, so I was about to put this within my food saver, but then I realized that this guy's a little chunky, so I'm going to show you how to fix that. So I have this large strainer. It's like double-sided. I usually use it when I'm making my big pots of pho, but I'm just going to add it in here like this. And then we shall pour in our powder. See? We're going to call anything that doesn't go through the sifter as caca pieces. So these, caca pieces. Okay, this is kind of the last bit because I am not blending this again. So these are the pieces that are not fully dehydrated. You can see how they look different because they're darker in color, thicker, like it has spots that are darker. I don't know if you can kind of see that. Not the eggs in my nails. Yeah, chunkier in comparison to like a nice yellow powder, not chunky, not dark. This is your end goal. This is how you want to have it. And honestly, in here is probably only like 2 eggs. Last but definitely not least, you probably want a hydrator packet. I just use one, and I stick it in my food saver bag, just like said. Or I like to hide it, you know, for aesthetic purposes. And I also like to flatten out my pack a bit. Oh, that water was in there. That would have been bad. Just like that. My food saver is broken, so I do have to press on it to operate it. So. Honestly, when I first tried to do this, I really thought it was maybe too hard or out of my time range, price range. Like dehydrated eggs, when you look at it on market, is really expensive. But if you're like me who got day-old eggs or got it on sale and you have a Hamilton Beach, the cheaper side of the dehydrators, then you're able to do this. You're able to bring what we have front country, quote unquote, or a household item like eggs that are inconvenient in the back country to the back country. So I cannot wait to bring this to the back country. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please let me know. Check out the full instruction, quote unquote, tutorial on my Substack. And yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. Bye, enjoy.